YouTube, welcome back to another episode of Team Gradelock Unlocked Week. I'm your host AlphonZeus, and we're going to be going over the latest Cardfight Vanguard episode, Ride 145, as well as results from the New York Regional over in Long Island. And of course, if you have any other news from Team Gradelock to use our subscribers, we're going to cover that after. So let's get right into it. Ride 145, entitled Friends. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the episode yet, please pause and close the video and go watch our episodes. You can come back right here so we can discuss about it. Of course, if you don't want to do that, you can feel free to click on the link in the description down below so you can skip right to the results of that region. So, in Rider 45, we find ourselves with Kamui versus Rekka reversed. And so, we're going to have the strongest beast deity, Ethics Buster Extreme, going up against Krina Celestial Ramio reverse. And I think this match is going to be really good. I like how Kamui really hyped up the Angel Feathers, especially when they, started off, it was okay, gonna be good, and then two of Kamui's friends, as you just say, oh, you're gonna try and save him, but then Rekka, of course, came in and just took them out of the building, and then we got into the Cardfight. So Kamui's pretty much on his own against Rekka, and so it started out pretty normal, okay, right, okay, triggers, alright, cool, and then when Rekka came for her grade 2 ride, it was extremely interesting. So we have. She rode Danielle, grade 2, 9K, and then she used the starter's skill to soul charge and a superior call a unit face up from the damage zone to the field, where she called Ramiel, the break ride, she called it to a rear guard circle, which is insane because, whoa, soul charge to call, and then top card, and then goes to the damage zone. I kind of didn't like how she didn't mention that, but at least when she went for Danielle's skill to, superior call, that was at least okay. I understand now. You see the damage flipped over. That means that it's not like she can use this constantly because that would be kind of broken. And Kamui really, he took it pretty well, and I liked how Rekka was definitely the driving force. I know that we came across a lot of douchebags from Naoki when he was reversed, Suiko when she was reversed. Goki and Kai and what's my call? Kai and Kotei when they get reversed. A lot of pretty much douchebags, but Rekka, it seems like she challenged her personality to become this really queen of everything, and she knows it because she got it. She ended up reversing so many people from Goki's crew to her fellow classmates, and it's just wow, I can't believe you do it. And Kamui's the only one there, and so it's definitely something I want to see what's going to happen next episode. Because usually in times like these, when you have Kotei reverse, Tetsu reverse, and whatnot, they ended up going in solo. At least the last two were, as in both in Ren, who came in there like on fire and just unreversed everybody. Unreversed. And then Leon also managed to unreverse. When he was all alone, or both of his friends were reversed. And then, unfortunately, both of Kamui's friends, they get reversed, and they come back. And then each of their personality just follow Rekka. And then, by the time Rekka would go to Ramio for the break ride, it turns out that she really... It seems that she was telling her true feelings that she didn't go to the school because she liked to. She actually went to the school. It seems like it was so bad that is this really Rekka talking, or is this her reverse self talking? Sometimes I can't even fathom why this is. Why would this happen? And oh man, the way that Andy and her friend, I think it was Mai, how they reacted to it was just so, wow, I can't believe that secretly Rekka really didn't want to be there. And then she wanted to take over the world. And Kamui tried to fight back with this, good talk. It's just, this is nonsense. You're doing this with Cardfight Vanguard? Are you serious? And then Rekka was like, no. She was just going straight reverse and just, wow, okay. So whatever that Secretary of Student Council did, when reversed for, at least for Korin and Rekka, it was something very, very different that she did from these two particular reverse. Because Suiko was just the main, bad, douchey type of character that would really put down Cardfighter at any cost, and it just really makes it that much happy to see when they get that 6 damage and they don't and they lose, and then oh, what happened to it now? And then avoid it. So there you go. It's a pretty cool episode. I didn't see the preview for next week's episode, so hopefully we're gonna see Kamui come out with a win, unless if Kamui ends up being reversed. I don't know what the heck's gonna happen. So I think that was definitely an interesting episode. It was really jam packed, and at least Angel Feathers, Kamui and Rekka, they try to make it at least seem Angel Feathers can be a really good deck. And the Celestials are awesomely crazy because they can superior call from the damage zone, and they're managing to use the damage zone like a second hand. Something that unfortunately Shamsha wasn't able to do that much last year in the limit break. You know, maybe with like the starter and you kind of lost one soul and then exchange, but mostly just exchange. There's not a lot of superior calling outside of even Curio, which is maybe one one card that you got enemy to take off cards based on it. So that's a pretty episode. If I missed anything, feel free to comment down below about that. If you have any other comments about the episode, feel free to comment down below as well. But of course, you want to make sure you put in a comment in the first line, spoiler alert, and then you just kind of press enter a bunch of times and type in yourself. Anyway, so let's move on to the New York regionals at Long Island at the High UTC Hotel. And I have a vlog that is going to be uploaded before this video, so I hope you guys check that out and get to see Jason, Ian, Alex, and myself on our way to the regionals, see what it looks like. We had 450 plus people there, which apparently was one of the, I think, the largest regional that we had there, unless I'm mistaken. I know that people were talking about how it's the largest Vanguard regional, especially now that the Liberators and the Eradicators came out. They're both Graveyards with both colleagues in their economy, so it's definitely full force there. And I came in there with my CPO deck. Jason used the Alex used Alpha. It seemed like a very interesting regional because it seemed that it varied from last year's regional. The judges were a lot stricter because, well, it happens later on, even though during the first round or so, people weren't really voicing that much, but then by the time rounds, 3, 4, 5, 8, they go on. There's a lot of new things that popped up that really kind of like offset us. I don't know exactly what happened in my fellow teammates matches, but at least for my match, I can give you a report. I was knocked out in round 4, which is way better than last year because I lost my first 2 rounds, got knocked out. So I went up first against a Dark Regulus player. She was playing Dark Lord Universe and a Mod. It was pretty interesting, thinking, alright, this is going to be interesting. But she ended up soul charging her triggers, which would make a really big difference, and that's the really outside about it. Maybe if you have a chance to scry one or even a top card, maybe, but still, the Dark Regulus is just straight up soul charging for pure power. And I guess so, but if all that power is just going to do more damage, it's probably not going to be good unless you're going towards late game. And by late game, you're probably going to have that kind of less left over. But she's definitely a special fighter. I see how it goes. I did drive checks and whatnot, and I managed to win because I silent time with the crit. She was like, oh yeah, she had just 3 zeros in her hand, so she had to take it. So, I won the first one. The second one, I went up against the end player. And the end player was just, okay, he had a DM in the hand, at least one. Because I saw that he damage checked 2 of them. And, no, he damage checked 1, and he called the other one to a Vanguard. So, towards the end, actually, I ended up doing something too early. Because in my grade 3 lineup, I had 4 Sukiyomi, 1 Iwa Uriel, 1 CEO Amaterasu, and 1 Goddess of the Sun. It's good because I like to have 13k base when both my counter blasts are flipped over, so I got to draw power Sukiyomi and put CEO in Soul with Sukiyomi skill. It's just not so charged there already. And then Crossride, so now I have a 21k swinging Vanguard, which is awesome for Break Rise, but for going up against something Crossride, it can be a little bit bad. But anyways, it's still it was a respectable match. I could have won it, but you got 6 damage, so trigger off of my attack. And unfortunately, I had to boost it up Half Moon and Gemini. I should have attacked his rear guard because he didn't have that many cards left in hand, so I probably would have at least took out the rear guard first. So again, I had to drop more cards from his hand when he even landed an attack on me. So I lost that one. The third one, I went up against Ganslock Duke, or Don Duke, I would call him, or Duke Glide, as the Facebook people call him. And it was interesting because I had a place in hand, and I was on time ready, and at the end, pretty much I knew I was at 5 damage, I couldn't do much. And so I had to make a major play in order to do so. So what I did was, I Tsukiyomi, and he had expected to, he just finished off his, Little Big skill. So I was like, okay, you gotta do this because if I don't go all out, I'm not gonna win. So what I did was I Tsukiyomi and Koto. So I had Koto in my hand. I first called Uriel, bounded a grade 2 from his hand. Then I called Koto, the top card, put it on the bottom. Then I called Silent Tom Gemini. So okay, I can do this. And then also my opponent asked 60 deck and he countered, it was 13. So I was like, I remember the stack. Swing to the Vanguard, and so I said, yeah, no right. He didn't have enough cards in his hand to guard you. So then first check, heal trigger. It was the Wazenga Magus that was lying down, the alternate art. So I put the 5K on top, heal 1, and the second one was Ginger after that. So I put crit to Vanguard 5K on top, and I won the match that way. Now if I didn't go all out, I really wouldn't have won at all. Not without a doubt. Because if I didn't get that Koto to go down, I probably wouldn't have made it. And plus, if I didn't bind that card, I probably would have made it as well. So I won that third match, with players going all in on that. And then the fourth game, I went up against Beast Daddy Nova Grapples. And they really overwhelmed me early game because I had 3 grade 3s in my hand. And 3 grade 1 and grade 2. I couldn't really guard early. And if he got 3 damage on me by the time I rolled my grade 2, which was pretty bad because I couldn't really recover in time. So I couldn't really do much about that. Plus the guy, he wasn't abused. At least all 4 of those matches, I wasn't. Neither person was Gradelock, and at least it was a legit win or a legit loss. So I'm actually happy with that. I know that unfortunately some other people they got stalled out or something happens with a wolf strike. I know that one of my friends, he was winning, and then all of a sudden he got healed. His opponent got healed triggered. He was at 5 and Joe was at 3. Now when Joe got to 4, the person got to heal trigger, so he healed to 4 and then healed to 3. Joe attacked him, get back to 4, and then by the time he went again, the opponent went to do his dry check heal trigger. They called time. So the only way to do it is that instead of going to 0, 1, 2, 3 turn wise, they actually said the first one to get a damage loses, but if the opponent gets a heal trigger, that opponent wins. Which is strange because wait, how is this happening? Because he just did that with the heal trigger, and of course, I don't know if the guy was, confused or so on or whatnot, but, if it wasn't like that, Joe probably would have managed to, beat him and continue on. I was just a little bit upset with, okay, so why are they determining it like this? Why would Bushiroad want to keep it like, okay, so whoever has more damage loses, and then if they get tied, whoever gets the first hit wins, but that hit goes to a heal trigger, and of course they'll heal because they're both doing damage. That person who healed will win, and it's silly. I'm trying to figure out what's the logic behind it. I think Lucifer is trying to do something new, but it just really confuses me how they would settle tiebreakers in that aspect. And then there's even more drama along with it because later on there's a person that I knew that made it to. There were 2 people I knew that made it to top 8, and there was one person that was in the top 8 that and he was facing up against somebody. But what I heard is that the guy was continually, disobeying the rules or something to do a trigger check. Because apparently, when you do trigger checks now, let's say you have grade 3 to do a trigger check, check the top card, all right, put it in the trigger zone. Okay, so now I guess what side effects, if there's any. So crit the Vanguard 5K to your it goes to your hand, and then your top card for the second check resolve any effects that put it back in your hand. Apparently, what I heard was that the person was keep flipping the triggers, but he wasn't doing it one at a time. Well, he did one at a time, but he didn't put it back to the hand before he did the second one. So it was kind of a bad ruling on that. And then the other guy that went, he got DQ'd because of that aspect. And he was about to win, but because he didn't return that first card to his hand, he got DQ'd. And apparently the person that he lost, he went on to win the entire tournament, which turned out to be Zeal. And, I'm hyped for Zeal. I remember I was there when I saw that the top 4 was pretty much 2 Gansalot Dukes, or Dukelots, 2 Dukelots, Tsukiyomi, and the Zeal. And the thing is though, Tsukiyomi is facing against Heelless Dukelot, and Zeal is facing up against a Dukelot with Heelless. And when both Tsukiyomi and Zeal won, everybody got so hyped in that arena. in that hotel. It's just, wow, what? Wait, top two? Tsukiyomi versus Zero? This is, what? Nobody's gonna believe this. And by the time we get to the finals match, we had 5, 6 recordings up there. So the finals for the Vanguard match is up on YouTube. I just said I wasn't able to record it because my phone was dying. So of course in the vlog compilation, I wasn't able to record vlogs after the first few rounds or something like that because I had to get stuff done. And my phone hadn't been charged, so I had to use it for my GPS. Anyways, the finals match was Tsukiyomi versus Zero. Both of the ride chains failed. The Zero player had to ride the 8K vanilla, Cameron Daisy first, and then the Tsukiyomi player rode the Grade 1 Tsukiyomi. So the Tsukiyomi player went first. Okay, check out 5, okay, what Crescent Moon, go, Zeal had to ride the 8K, whatever, okay. And then the Tsukiyomi player checked the top 5. He had a Grade 2 in his hand, tied with Hitsumi, but he was checking top 5 for the Tsukiyomi, and unfortunately, it wasn't there. So he decided to just, okay, I'll just put down my stack and just keep on swinging, hoping I get to Grade 2. I was like, alright, cool. And then it was Zeal's turn. When he attacked, when going to Grade 2, he got the crit trigger, and on the second damage was the goddess in the half. And then that probably changed the momentum right there. Because the next time that he did top 5, the Grade 2 wasn't there, and I was thinking, he should ride the Grade 2, because now the Zeal players are heading. And he didn't, and he kept attacking, and I'm dude, I wouldn't do that. And then he checked top 5 again on the third time, and he finally rode to Grade 2, but Zeal, I think it was Zeal, was already on the Vanguard ship on the opponent, and that's how the person won. And so, it kind of goes to show that Vanguard can be extremely random at sometimes, no matter how good your deck can be. If you don't hit your triggers, or, if you get a Gradelock, that's probably the main gripe that a lot of people have, especially in the best of 1 format, because that's not, even if it's a best of 3 format, yeah, we are going to be there a lot longer, but at least you don't have to worry about, just getting Gradelock and just screwing up once, and that's it, you're out. Even though it's double elimination, because we got people that had Gradelock or, got double crits in the first 2 rounds and lost by that, so it was pretty upsetting to kind of see that, it's going that way, but, I hope that, Booster Raves is doing a little experimentation. They want to, maybe try something out new, but I'm hoping for next year we can actually make it a little bit more condensed for the, for the shop qualifiers, and then go on to regional qualifiers where at least, because, you can apply tiebreakers and whatnot, because apparently what they did for the trigger checks, for, check 1, result effects into hand, check 2, result effects return hand, that the trial deck MOBA, from what I heard, said differently that it's good to at least have both triggers in the damage zone, because as long as you're doing it 1 at a time. If you do it 2 at a time, yeah, of course someone's going to call you out on it. But if you do it 1 at a time and you assign the effects and you resolve any effects that it has, then you can do the second check, and then after that both cards go to the hand. So I definitely want to check my facts on this one, but I want to see what exactly is happening in terms of, how BCO is running. Of course, we had a lot of people that, end up selling their decks and trying to, quit Vanguard and stuff. And it seems that, especially what's happening at Game On lately, is that, yeah, it's really hitting a rough patch into the Vanguard, and the regional was pretty much opened up everybody's eyes to see what the competitive scene is like. Of course, it's pretty random. You have different people talking almost all the time. You do have the consistent builds, You see both Paladins, World Paladins, Caballeros, all that up on there. But still, it's something that needs to be addressed. And I hope that at least we will be able to, when they send out a survey, you have at least some good constructive criticism with the feedback. And with that said, it's trying to think what's going to happen to our local in terms of Vanguard, because right now with the release of Pokemon X and Y, everybody's getting it. I even picked up a 2DS and Pokemon Y just for that, because I know that picking up a 2DS and Pokemon Y is better than just picking up a 3DS regular and paying over $200 for both, when I can pay the price of the 3DS plus tax and then get both the 2DS and the. That's my option towards it. And of course, if you fit in my pocket, that's actually a really good plus. It's not going to be that awkward kid that would walk around with 2DS in his pocket looking like I have a huge wallet in my pants. But it seems like that's the direction that people are going to now. But I know that Kaijiro is probably going to be the game that's going to take over because Kaijiro has deck composition. Your deck composition is extremely important. That whatever you put in, you have to be extremely careful because unlike Magic, where you have to have separate cards to act as lands, with Kaijudo, you can use any card from your hand that you can use to unlock a civilization or in terms of color, red, blue, green, dark, and light. You just, unlock the civilization, you keep putting down mana while you play cards. So it's a lot of strategy thing. Okay, so should I charge this as mana, or should I play this? Then I just have to give this up as mana, and then I have to play this. So it's a lot of strategy, and I do like, how Kaiju is working out. I'm still working on my sideboard, dark board deck. And, it's not hard to write. It's too much more storages, and, maybe a couple more elite terror hits as well. So that's what I'm looking for. I think that Vanguard is definitely something that's going to be surviving. It's just that I think that next year we're going to be having Breakguard season. And Breakguard season probably going to be. I'd probably say it's a power creep, but it's somewhat better because at least with the restanding Vanguards even, you have a little bit more strategy and a little less skill. Because now instead of hoping for a trigger, you can just hope for okay, I'm gonna stand this and then attack again and then do a twin drive. And so it all depends on okay, so I'm at 40 damage. So if I let this go through and gets a crit, I'm done. But my perfect guard if he stands again, I'm screwed. So it's all a matter of just building up. I hope that we get the next one out. I know 7-11 is going to come out soon, and we're gonna have to sneak peek at game on. And I'm probably gonna enter just a $30 one or something. Or maybe $20 just to see what I would get. I would like to pick up any Genesis stuff because I think the last decks that I would want to create in Vanguard would be Link Joker, Genesis, Finish Up Darker Regular, and what was the thing? The Vegas. Those are the last 4 that I want to complete. Actually, 5th because I want to get the Dayusha thing underway as well. But yeah, it seems like Vanguard, even though it has people that even just started playing the game like a week or 2 ago, to people that have been playing ever since the game came out back in 2012. So it seems that it's a mixed bag, but I hope that Gucci were able to keep the momentum going, but in a way that's kind of discourages people to just focus on triggers, stacking, because there are a lot of people that got DQ at the tournament as well. It was pretty insane to see, especially in terms of tiebreakers. Tiebreakers I'm not surprised about, but just the way that the tiebreakers happen in a match, especially when both players are 4 damage like the situation 20 years before. So I feel like I'm moving on to Kaijiro, unless I would sell off maybe a couple of my decks or so. But I think the decks that I do want to keep would definitely be Security Dayusha, Bermuda maybe, and maybe they're Dragons. But who knows? Like maybe the game will be hyped up next year. But I know for now, I think Vanguard, we shouldn't really be playing Vanguard competitively. It seems definitely more of just a relaxing game. Just just say, oh, great stuff, yeah. But I want to definitely go into Kaiju a bit more. And with the way that it's going right now, I feel that the Irish locals are going to be heading into that direction. And don't worry, the vlog will be up before this video is uploaded. So if you're watching this video now, go check out the vlog because there's a lot of funny stuff that happened and a lot of epic things that happened during the regional as well as after the regional. So I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Team Green on Unboxing. I'm your host, AlphonZeus, and I'll see you guys next time.